This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Mezco Direct Exclusive Popeye. Now this is a very special figure that I've been dying to get my hands on, so with this piece finally in my collection, let's take a closer look at it. Alright guys, so normally I only take a few seconds to overlook a packaging, but this direct exclusive Popeye is very unique and very special, and I kind of want to show you why. So it's in a tin. Now this is a more cylindrical tin than what we're used to instead of the flat, squared boxes and whatnot. This is decoed to kind of look or mimic a old spinach can, which is Popeye is known for, obviously. So we got an image of the character right there with Popeye, the wording, 112 Collective, pose, play, display, and whatnot. We got the gold Mezco's emblem that indicates an exclusive right there. But I love the deco of the tin alone, how it's kind of designed to look like it's old and beat up and scratched up and whatnot. You can even look at the bottom, it actually looks like a tin can and whatnot. We look at the top, we can kind of see like an embossed image of Popeye right there, which is really, really nice. And again, you can see all the details just in the packaging alone. Looks really, really cool. And if we turn this around, we can see an anchor right here. But if we turn this around more, we can see the content facts, which is kind of supposed to, mimic the ingredients of like a can of whatnot and whatnot. But we see the figure right here. And then instead of the ingredients, we see all of his accessories that's actually laid out. So pipes, we got 6 of them. Spyglass, we got 1 of those and whatnot. And I just think that's really, really cool. This is easily my favorite, if not the best one, as far as packaging goes, that we've ever seen on a 112 figure. And this is just very unique, and in itself is a nice collectible item, just this package alone. So let's crack this thing open and let's take a look at some of the accessories. So Popeye does come with a ton of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 interchangeable head sculpts, 3 hats, 2 cans of spinach, 7 interchangeable hands, 6 pipes, a spyglass, and a compass. And lastly, he also comes with a travel sack with his Popeye name printed across it. He also comes with his peacoat, a circular base stand with the Anchor logo printed atop. He also comes with a clear, articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a look at the MDX Popeye. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Popeye the Sailor Man. Yes, please, good God, thank you Mezco for making another Popeye figure. This is one, as soon as I saw the original Popeye figure, I was like, dude, they have to make him in his white sailor suit. I hope they do it. And sure enough, bam, they gave it to us. And yeah, freaking cool. I love this thing. He is incredible. Let's take a look at him because I'm just going to keep drooling and drooling. So the white suit looks very, very nice on him. I just think that looks so, so cool. The tailoring on this is very, very nice. You gotta pull up his shirt a little bit and you can kind of see like the buttons from his pants right there, which is really interesting. I like that a ton. You can lift up his pants right here and you can see his nice work boots. I think those just look great. Lots of good detail. You can see like the scuffing and things like that. All looks really, really nice. And I love the sailor pants and whatnot. Kind of like the, what are they called? Oh my god, I had the word bell-bottom pants and whatnot. Yeah, that looks really, really cool. I just think, man, damn it, Mezco. You guys do such cool things over there. It's crazy. We got the flat back here. It just looks really, really nice. The one thing I worry about with this bodysuit is because it's a white suit. I hope at some point, like, it doesn't get stained in some way. That's probably my biggest fear with this particular figure and whatnot, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure your hands are very clean when you're messing around with this guy, because that could be an issue. We have his little like a ribbon, or I don't know what this is, a tie or something like that. I don't know what these are called, but you can lift that up and you can kind of see little buttons right there on the actual shirt itself, which looks really nice. He even has anchor tattoos on both forearms like that, and it's really insane to see in person. But like the pigmentation and even his skin tone is just gnarly. The way they got the detail to make it look more human and whatnot, more realistic, again, for such an old school cartoon character, and give him this like realistic look, is really awesome, really artistic, and really creepy. But I love it. It just looks very, very cool. One thing I will note, I kind of wish this hat, this is the hat I'm going to have him wear with this particular version. I wish they would have made this hat just more of a pure white, so you can have a full clean look to the sailor suit. That would have been really cool. This one's a little dirtied up, which matches the one that we got previously of Popeye, but I think that white version of this would have fit a lot better. So I don't know, I might paint this one just because I think it would look nicer with this particular version of Popeye. So that's very, very cool. So we do got the interchangeable hats here. So we got this one here's more like a, almost like a Gilligan type hat and whatnot. These are just little magnets, just like the previous figure, and they stay on there very, very nicely. So we got that one. We got the more sailor captain's kind of hat like that, which looks really cool. Again, just done with a little magnet in there. Then we do get his beanie. The beanie does not have a magnet, but it kind of like forms around the dome like that, so it works perfectly. And I just, oh man, I love this figure so much. So we do got some interchangeable parts here. So we do got a pair of close-fisted hands. Those are going to be for your good fighting poses and whatnot. Those are the ones that come packaged in the box. We do got some more open palm hands with the fingers more flared out. Those will be for holding some of the accessories, but those accessories will kind of just be resting in those type of hands. We also do get two different types of gripping hands, like so, with the fingers a little more curled in. And I love the fact that you can even see kind of like dirt under the nails and whatnot that kind of show, you know, Popeye is more of a working class, blue collar type of dude. I love that so much. It's just attention to detail, man. That looks so cool. We also do get one finger pointing hand for his right side, which looks really cool. Just kind of, you know, for pointing into the sea and whatnot, say land ho and things like that. I think, man, Mezco, damn you. So anyways, besides the hands are easily interchangeable. Nice thick ball pegs right here on the wrist. They change out fairly easily. And because the wrists and the hands and whatnot are so big, the forearm's so big, you have no problems changing those things out whatsoever. So we do got interchangeable heads. So we got the standard head like this. This is the one with the mouth more closed and whatnot. The both heads that we do get aren't crazy like different. They're fairly similar. So the next head we get is this one right here, which has the more of the teeth gritting and whatnot and snarling. You know, it's a very slight difference, but there is a difference nonetheless. And both head sculpts look great. The paint apps on both look amazing. And for both heads, we also do get 6 interchangeable pipes. Now, 3 of them are the same thing. So we get the little corncob pipe just like so, which looks great. I love the paint detail and the sculpting in that. Just looks fantastic. We also do get one with a billowing smoke out the top, which just, again, looks so good. That is just an amazing sculpt and really small accessory that I'm really glad that Mezco decided to take out, to take 6 of them, or give us 6 of them, excuse me. You know, since they're so small and so fragile, they might break, we might lose them, you know what I mean? So we do got 3 of each pipe, which works out great. So we also do get some other accessories because this guy is loaded here. So we do got his stand with the anchor logo like that, but this time it's in white instead of that dark like navy blue, which we saw with the previous version. And then of course we get the articulated arm. Then we also have, what do we have? We have his pea coat. Again, we've seen this before with the previous version, and it just has a little strip of Velcro right there. There is bendy wire in the lining right here along the rims, and on the collar. All look very nice. It's a little tricky to get on the figure, mostly because these forms are so big, but you can do it. It just takes some finagling, but when you have it on there, it looks great. You'll see some pictures toward the end of the video. We all do get his sailor sack right here. What's really cool is that you can actually hold some of the accessories inside this bag, and has the little printing Popeye right there. And I love how this is actually decorated out to look a little dirty and whatnot, and worn and used, and I just think that's fantastic. Really, really cool stuff. One problem I do have with this is that it's hard for him to actually hold this in any way, so you kind of have to more just like rest it up against him when you have it displayed and whatnot. But still very cool to see something like that. That's awesome, man. I love that stuff. We do get 2 spinach cans. So we got this one right here, just like so, with just like the little sticker wrapped around that says spinach like that. Just really nicely detailed to make it look like an actual can. That's fantastic. We also do get the crunched version with the spinach spewing out and the lid popped open and whatnot. I think it's very, very cool. We can just pop this in like this gripping hand right there, and he will hold that very nicely. I just think that turned out awesome, man. I mean, so much stuff that we get with this guy. We get a little compass that's just really nicely detailed. I love this thing so much. You can see a little anchor symbol on there, and this actually pops open. See, like that. And be very, very careful. These are tiny little things right here, and you can see the sculpting inside that compass just looks really good. I love that it's actually functioning. Then we get this right here. This is his spyglass, or whatever you want to call it. I forgot, but anyways, it's a spyglass nevertheless. With that nice rustic gold and whatnot, an actual clear lens on both sides, which is fantastic. And something that I didn't know from the first version, this thing actually collapses. I did not know that. For some reason, I didn't even think to try that on the first figure and whatnot. I think I did try, just wouldn't budge. But it actually does collapse, so it's a little more compact. So that's really, really cool. Again, functioning accessory that's really nicely detailed. It's things like this is why I love Mezco. So just lots of cool stuff, and very, very just awesome action figure. Alright, so now let's take a look at the articulation. So he's actually fairly articulated for being such a kind of a thin figure in certain areas like the legs and whatnot, but he's still very nicely done. So the head is on a ball joint, does roll around like so, does turn left and right, goes up and down like so. The neck is also on a ball joint, but it's a little stiff on this figure, so you can't get too much with that. You're mostly going to get the articulation up in there. Arms can go all the way up like that. Probably can do a 360 if you really want to move the material out the way. Up and out about that far. We get a single bend at the elbow, but it does just about 90, which is nice. It also rotates at the elbow. We got a rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg right in his abs right there, which is really nice. And I do know this guy does have a tattoo on the back of his back, let's just say, but this one you're just not going to remove this shirt. It's really too tight. But so this rolls around like so, lots and lots of motion there, which I really do like. Turns left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back and forth very, very far. So that's really, really nice. We got hip joints that kick forward at far, which is pretty good. Back, not so much. Do the splits, let me see, right there, about that far, which is decent. We got rotation in that upper thigh. We got a double jointed knee that works very, very nice. We got rotation at the boot. Ankles go up and down, and a slight ankle rocker. So overall, I think this is another beautiful figure from Mezco. It's another amazing Popeye figure from Mezco. Just something that I think is very, very special. And I think some people are kind of thinking this figure, a Popeye figure from Mezco, is a little overrated, but I think they don't fully understand how special this really is. This is taking something that's a classic cartoon before a lot of us were even born, and bringing it into the modern age with modern sculpts and modern techniques and modern paint and articulation and accessories. And this opens up the door for giving us so many more designs and so many more characters out there, that he is very special for that reason. So with all those reasons, I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the first release Mezco 112 Collective Popeye figure. And just for fun, Here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Mezco Direct Exclusive Popeye. Now overall, I think this is one kick-ass figure that Mezco has given us. I absolutely love the first Popeye, and this second version is insanely cool. I am so stoked that they gave us the white suit. That is one variant that I really wanted, and they gave it to us. I am so impressed by the sculpt and paint of this figure, and all the ton of functioning accessories just makes this guy feel super special. I love it. So I give this guy a rating of 4.5 bat bombs out of 5. And if you're on Facebook, head over to my group, the Mezco 112 Collective Collectors, for all kinds of Mezco goodness. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.